Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we mail it in for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. God, I'm so sorry. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Coles, Tim Swaya, and Von Nieters.
Hey, gang, what's up?
MLK Day? MLK Day. What?
MLK Day.
There
you go.
Okay.
MLK. But do you have to have the junior in there?
You had it in the script, and that's what messed up my whole life.
Luther King Jr. Yeah.
Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, there you go. Just you're gonna read it. So yeah, but it's a federal holiday, so we like to take our holidays off, which is nice, and we mail it in. It's a long tradition here of mailing it in on holidays. It's just a break from the usual, and it ends up being kind of iconic that we do the mailing it in shows because I think people look forward to them. It ends up being something different. Sometimes it's bourbon talk, sometimes it's not, and it can be anything in between. And
history has been made.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
During these mail-it in shows.
Yeah. So you never know what's going to happen, and we don't even know right now. We don't even know what the show's about because Von Nieters said he's got the question beforehand and after the break. So we'll see where this thing goes. What do you got, Von Nieters? What are we going to be talking about right here, right now?
Well, I would like to know what is a movie that you are scared of or used to be scared of as a kid that is not considered a scary movie.
Oh.
Or maybe like it's not viewed as scary by the masses.
So I have a take on this, and it was a scary movie, which was Candyman. This movie traumatized me, but Tony Todd, the main character in that, I cannot watch that man in any other movie. I've heard he's very nice. He's happy to sign autographs for anybody that approaches him. I am terrified of Tony Todd. Cannot watch that man in anything.
No.
So he played his role well then.
He played his role very well. I see his face and I am not watching that.
Too intense for you, huh?
Not a lot, but I can't do it.
Okay. All right. Who else has got one?
Sleeping Beauty.
What?
Maleficent turns into that dragon.
Yeah.
That's some scary shit as a kid. And then now you're like, God, I was such a wuss.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm with you on that one, Tim. That was cinematic drama.
My knee jerk goes to Jaws.
Right.
Because I watched Jaws way too early as a kid. And like my fear of going into a deep end of a pool and afraid that a shark's going to get me is absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah, and I still am. Going to the deep end of a pool, I start thinking Jaws is going to get me. And but that's supposed to be scary. There's fountains of blood in Jaws. Sleeping Beauty is the other one I landed on.
That's a good one, though. I'm with you on that. The dragon scene was a lot for a child.
It was intense. All right.
Yeah.
What about one that the warden says that she used to be afraid of was Bumbles in Rudolph.
Oh yes,
he used to scare her. Yeah, that's not supposed to be scary. Obviously, it's made for kids. And
well, yeah, I mean the screen goes dark whenever he comes along.
Oh yeah, upset. The music too turns. Yeah.
He's an anti-dentite. He doesn't want to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
No.
And then he gets his teeth involuntarily removed by that psychopath.
Yeah.
It's a
But
scary
he
movie.
feels better afterwards.
This is true, but he's also
Turns his attitude around.
to work with a chain, putting a star on top of a tree.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if people would watch it now and think it's scary, but when I was a kid, I watched that trilogy of terror with my mom. Our TV used to be in the basement. We had our basement fixed up. We were going down there. My dad, I don't know where the hell he's at. He's half-assed working and shit. He's a policeman. Wasn't never there. So, and my sister, she grew up in the same house. I don't know where the hell she was at. She just does her own thing. She's up in her room in bed, I guess. So my mom and I are watching this trilogy of terror. And it's that little voodoo guy that's running around. And if you watch it now, I assume it's hilarious. I haven't seen it since 1975 when it came out. I was 7. So I see this movie. I was either 6 or 7, depending on when it came out. And we watch it. And then my mom was like, it's time for you to go to bed. And I laughed and watched it on the show with the comfort of my mom being there. I freaked out when I had to go upstairs because I was convinced that little voodoo doll was going to be in our house because they kept trying to kill him. And just when you think he's gone, then he comes back and they couldn't kill him. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that reminds me of my brothers. And do you guys remember the Domino's commercials, like early 90s? Had the Noid.
Oh, the
Noid.
Noid.
The Noid.
My
yeah.
brother was terrified of it.
He's afraid of the Noid?
Lived it in his closet, would not sleep some nights because the Noid was there. He was terrified of the Noid. And it was just a Domino's commercial. And
he's afraid of the
not
Domino's
happy.
commercial, which is ironic.
Too old to be afraid of it, but Gremlins freaked me out.
Oh.
Gremlins will do it to you. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gremlins. Okay.
It was entertaining. The college student was at the oral surgeon getting his consultation for his wisdom teeth. And they're like, yes, you can't eat or drink anything after midnight. He pauses, looks at me, and he says, so I'm like a gremlin, or I'll turn into a gremlin? The doctor's like, what are you talking about? The nurse is cracking up.
Oh.
There's something to connect the dots. Oh, my God.
No.
I'm like, fuck, you're like 30. Gremlins.
Yeah. He knew.
He couldn't get it. But no, that was scary shit.
Yeah.
Those Mogwais, they're little bastards.
Mogwai. Yeah. Yeah. Von Nieters, what do you think? What do you think?
So for me, it is, I guess, kind of, I think it's like a sci-fi thriller movie, but it's a specific scene that I will never watch this movie ever again. The movie Signs.
Oh,
It's the one where
Swing away.
they're like looking down the alleyway, and the alien
in the
walks
basement?
by and looks at, freaked me
that
out.
one
I
is
get
like-
chills just
that's
thinking
like
about
cold.
it.
I'm just thinking about it getting cold chills. Ugh.
Yeah,
Really? Okay.
yeah,
I never saw that one.
traumatized.
No. I better not watch
Science is
that.
a good one. For M. Night Shyamalan, that was a pretty good one.
Is that where they wore the aluminum on their head?
Yes.
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 Charlie Sheen kind of being serious.
Mhm.
But
Huh.
On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? We're going to start with Kathy Cool. Kathy, what do you got?
I'm going to open up my Char 1 Rye of Buzzard's Roost.
Okay. Decent. Could be enough. We'll have to see. We'll see how it goes. McNew, you're next.
and have some Heaven Hill bottled in bun.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Okay. That's our lead. That's our lead. All right. Tim Swyatt on the set. What do you got?
I've got a last show pour of our local celebrity there in Arnold, Missouri, Mike Steinkamp.
Oh,
His
Steinkamp.
investment whiskey.
He is
This
a local
is
celebrity.
The local celebrity, finished in port casks.
Okay.
So
All
we'll
right.
give this one a try.
No, nothing there. You embarrassed Steinkamp right there. Way to go.
Well, yes, but I still stand with Steinkamp.
Cigar series. Great, great pour here. Here we go. I don't know about the cork pop. Cork pop was almost silent. McNew still
Awful.
has the lead. It was awful. It was
Oh,
embarrassing.
McNew.
I apologize for that cork pop audience. I'll do better next time. Well, Von Nieters, what do you got?
I've got Bardstown Bourbon Company, the collaborative series with Foursquare Rum Distillery.
Okay.
To be honest, it's a fresh cork.
Right.
Yes, it is. Yep, not too
He
bad.
stuck that one. That was clean.
It was
Okay.
clean.
Good. He beat her.
Yeah,
I'm not happy
All right.
about what he did.
Von Nieters
Yeah.
got it. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
can't wait till he runs out of money and has to buy Jim Beam going forward, and he doesn't have any
Oh,
cork
yeah.
pops. They're all screw
He's like,
tops.
oh shit, this is a screw top again. Yeah.
He won
God
one.
damn it!
Always shows up with new bottles. 5 new bottles every show. Turkey one.
I'm gonna wait him out. Wait him out.
I just drive by his house on the way into the shop, though, on trash day, because I just go pick it all up. Yeah, and he just has it sitting out there. New bottles. Yeah,
new bottles.
Don't drink it.
They serve their
Yeah. All right, what we'll do next, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're still mailing it in. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Willie C. Moore, and I'm here with MB Rowan, and you're listening to the Bourbon Kit Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are mailing it in for MLK Jr. Day.
Yes, we are. So, Von Nieters, you said there's something else you want to talk about. What do you got going on, man?
I don't know. I got a few little questions, or maybe a little thing we can do, like a little round robin.
Okay.
Is that what we're going to do?
Round robin.
This audience loves a round robin.
They do love the round robin. All right. What do you got?
Well, let's do pick out some of
Up
our
and down?
favorite. What?
We're going to go to the up and down? You have to do two?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll do 2 or 3 depending on how fast this goes.
Okay.
We'll pick out our favorite distilleries without, renaming any.
Okay.
Who goes
All right.
first?
Let's start with Tim.
Knee-jerk reaction. I'm taking Stumpy Spirits off the list.
Stumpy Spirits.
All right.
Stays to his home state of Illinois.
Yeah, and my Illinois guys, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oddly, Chicago doesn't recognize, Columbia, Illinois as part of Illinois, but suddenly it's very important. Yeah.
It is to me, because nobody else knows about it north of I-80.
Yeah.
And therefore I can find all the Stumpies I want.
Chicago is technically Illinois, but Chicago is Chicago. It's really
Chicago
not.
is its own thing.
Chicago, its own separate city-state.
It
Yes.
should really be like DC at this point. It's not really Chicago. It's not really
Chicago. Chicago's just, they're going to do their own thing. Yeah.
Kathy, what do you think?
Ooh, I get to go next. I am going to take Peerless off.
Peerless.
Ooh,
Solid
very
selection.
good. Very good.
Peerless.
McNew?
So I'm gonna go. Everybody said Kraft. I'm gonna take the first big guy and say Heaven Hill. There's a new tasting bar upstairs. That bar up there is wonderful. It's like the Five Brothers bar. I'm going Heaven Hill.
Okay.
All right. Well, I am gonna kind of.
Aren't you supposed to go last? You're the
No,
first
what
one.
about Steve?
I do whatever the hell I
Supposed to go
want.
last.
I'm next.
No.
This is me. This is my thing.
He's making the rules, okay?
Yeah.
Making the rules.
I'm gonna do the same thing as McNew and pick one of the heritage brands and go with Wild Turkey just because that means something to me. I think everybody here knows
Aw,
that.
Danny would be proud.
Yeah,
Danny would
there
be
you
Yes, he
go.
would be.
Danny would be. All right. Well, I get back to back, so that
Steve?
I know. I'm going to go Neely Family Distillery,
Mhm.
Nobleton's Distilling House.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Knockouts.
boom.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. So now what do you got, Van Nieters, going ahead of me?
Yeah, what do you got there? Marty Pants?
Wow. Now I don't know what to do.
Guys are looking all
man.
those fresh bottles.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna go Leopold Brothers.
Leopold
That's
Brothers.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is a good one.
Okay,
All
so
right.
we're back to me.
McNew. And then
Oh.
Kathy.
Okay. So I'm gonna go home state. Nobody in the world does what Jason Fruits does. I'm gonna go Old 55.
Old 55. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to head out to Colorado and pick. There's so many.
Yes.
I'm going to go with 291.
Distillery 291. Okay.
Sorry, Ryan and Lenny. If we come around
Ryan,
again,
we know,
I'll
can eat a
talk
bag
about
of
you.
dicks. Ryan can get a bag of gummy dicks because he's a billionaire. He'll enjoy that.
It's true.
Lenny's hurt.
Lenny's hurt.
Lenny in his small hands.
Mm-hmm. Tim, what's the last one?
I'm going to go to California and pull Golden Beaver off the list.
Sorry,
Golden
he
Beaver.
said beaver.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah.
I love Chris and I love what he's doing.
He's doing good stuff. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
All right.
Pacific Flyway.
Pacific Flyway. Look what I've got. I have a game called Small Talk. Small Talk.
Ooh.
Oh,
wanna try it?
no, small talk sucks. You go buy a game and you make your own.
Right.
Have you got to open this yet, Steve? Is it the first time?
We did one on the Bourbon show, right?
Oh.
Right. All right. So I'm just okay. For some reason, I got the rules here. I'm just getting through that. All right. I got a question here.
Because there are rules to small talk.
All right. Apparently. The question is, do you consider yourself sporty? If so, why? Interesting. McNew? A sporty person? If so, you're going to need to convince us as to why.
Absolutely not. I'm very uncoordinated. I have been my whole life. I do like sports. I like to go watch. I like to get a drink and sit in the stands. I do enjoy watching football. Baseball is fun in person. Fucking Wrigley and the Reds field are fucking fun to go watch.
Really?
Yeah,
Terrible.
I do like Wrigley.
No, going to Wrigley is fun.
Sorry to my St. Louis people. It's a vibe up there. It's a good time. And I love the Reds. And I like
The Reds, they're
I
terrible.
like live sports. I like being a spectator. Me playing, I'm going to die. It's not going to work out. So I like to be a spectator for sports. And that way I am sporty, I guess.
Sporty. Okay. All
Fair
right.
enough.
So that if she had to be sporty, it'd be as a spectator. All right. Who else?
I'll go next. I'm a ringer on the basketball court. I'm a ringer on the baseball field, soccer field. Can't run very far, but I can do some things.
Do some things.
Interesting.
It may not be good, but I can do some things.
Okay.
I'm also very portly, so put me down low. Let's get at it.
Well, there you go.
I do my business in the paint.
For me, I'm not sporty. I used to be. I played sports. I've literally played organized every sport you can play. Wrestling, football, baseball, hockey, you name it. I played all of them. Not, and I used to watch all that stuff religiously. I mean, I ran a fantasy football league for, I think, 22 years. I don't do any of that stuff anymore. I don't follow any of it, and I love it. I love not being involved in sports. I was too impassioned about it. I cared, and I would get mad, and it can ruin your day. Your team loses. I'm glad I don't have to mess with that stuff anymore, and I really don't care. So I'm
I gotta
excited.
tell you, I found a new goal. So I'm still trying to track down Royce as Little Man Kentucky, his picture for that one. Now I also need to track down Steve Akeley in a wrestling singlet.
Yes.
Right?
This needs to happen.
Yes. Yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
This needs to happen.
You could ask his mother. I'm sure Sandy has
Oh,
those.
Sandy's got
Mom.
it. Too. She's got it.
Oh, yes.
She's got it, of course. Of course. Kathy, do you consider yourself sporty? And if so, why?
Do I consider myself good at team sports? No.
Okay.
No, not good at team sports. Could I do some individual sports back when I had the youth and stamina? Maybe.
Well, that's not the question. The question is, are you sporty now?
You're
And if
like
so, tell us why.
cycling and stuff, don't you?
I like to watch sports. I like to watch sports.
Okay.
I like to have the
We're
ball
the
game on.
We got
I'm
it.
a spectator. I like to watch ball games. I like to watch football, the Olympics. But when it comes to things like basketball or hockey, I've kind of lost interest. I will give myself a 27.8% sportiness rating.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
100.
The way you described yourself, I thought you were going to be the opposite of that. You seemed very
Very sports
forward.
centered.
Yeah.
I
Very
mean,
sporty, spicy.
I've had
Very
season
sporty,
tickets
spicy.
to the Cardinals games for 10 years in my life. I love to go to games, but I've also loved to sit at home and watch them on TV.
So
Sure.
I like to treat sports like I do concerts. I like to go in person and drink a lot and be real loud. That's why it's fun for me. I
Okay.
really don't care what happens.
Therapy session.
And be loud.
Von Nieters, are you sporty? And if so, why?
Sure. I'm kind of like McNew and Kathy. I love watching sports. I just watched Mizzou beat Ohio State.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Way to go, Mizzou.
I
Yeah.
love anybody from Ohio State.
Right.
I love it.
The rest of us
Anybody who
were
needs to
looking.
come up is Ohio
While you
State and their
watch.
fans. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Go Mizzou.
But yeah, sure. I mean, I used to play a lot of sports back in the day too, but I don't really play any sports now. I'm just more of a fan. I love it all.
You love it all?
What sports
Yeah,
did
fair.
you play? You were a soccer guy, weren't you?
No, I hate soccer. Soccer's
hockey.
grass berries. I played hockey. Real sport, physical contact. We don't fall down, hold our leg, act like we're hurt. Right. We actually get hurt.
Right.
Hockey, wrestling. That's pretty much it.
He wanted to put the wrestling in there so that we would ask to see him in a singlet.
No, so
Yes.
you guys
No,
want to
my wrestling career was not good.
Mine either. I walked
high
away.
school, I was the wrestling manager. I used to know how to keep wrestling books and keep wrestling score. I don't think I
Okay.
could do it today, but I did.
Wow.
There's that smell, though. That smell, the wrestler smell.
You know,
It
some of
is
the hockey
sweat
players.
and
Yeah.
gas.
Well, I was going to go there, too. Hockey
Yeah.
players have another distinct smell.
Oh yeah,
It's not good.
it's a nostalgic smell.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh.
Steve,
Nice.
so when this show airs, we are days away from Key West.
Yes. Yeah.
So who's here going to Key West? Kathy
Yeah.
Cool's raising her hand.
McNew
Me?
was out there
And you.
for
Hey,
2025.
Ryan is going to Key West.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
McNew's out. Von Nieters, I don't think will ever be in. We'll see. I hopefully I
it'll
live
be-
long
it'll be a
enough.
while.
I hope I live long enough to see Von Nieters go to Key West. So that'd be
Me too.
nice. I'm
What
trying.
What if
I'm
we
trying to
get-
live.
Steve,
McNew, you're
let-
not going?
Steve, listen, here's how we get him to Key West is you find a turtle that needs adopted.
Oh yeah.
Has
Oh,
to come.
yes.
in person.
There are so many injured sea turtles in the Keys.
Oh yeah, the Keys.
There's an entire hospital of them on Marathon.
Yeah, see it right on the highway.
That's
right
how
there.
you get
on Marathon.
Yeah. It's the famous one. There's a famous story about an injured turtle comes walking up the beach checked itself into the turtle hospital. Yeah, that was like
ow!
Wonderful.
Yeah,
boat.
Look at me. Boat hurt.
Boat.
Owie.
Wow,
Yeah.
you guys really sold it. I'm there.
That's how we get.
Yeah, I'm there.
Let's see how you could not go at that point.
Yeah,
Let's say in McNew's defense.
I have some shit going on this year, but 2025.
In McNew's defense, I believe in a prior podcast I did offer to pick you and Chris up on the way down as I was driving down.
Oh, are you driving?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
He's
I am
bring it down
flying.
for free. He's going to bring it down for free.
Yes, I was going to bring you down for free. No, I'm actually down there for a work situation. The 17th through the 19th, and then I'm going to spend the night in Miami. And the 19th, the generals coming in on the 20th. Then we're driving to Key West. I'll be in Key West from the 20th all the way through that Sunday, the 28th.
Okay, so I like the driving idea, but I don't want to drive because I hate.
So I would drive that totally.
It's always
I would share.
It's not that bad.
I'm in Atlanta, and I fucking hate the Atlanta airport. It's a task to get down there from Indianapolis. So I don't want
It's not fun to drive through either. By the way,
airport.
I don't want to be in Atlanta. So if somebody else drives, I'm like, come get me. Let's go. Well, drive 20 goddamn hours before I go to Atlanta. So
Atlanta, the city of Atlanta. All right, let's do one more of these. We got time. I'm going to pick out a random one here. Here we go. All right. Do you have a secret family recipe? If so, what is the dish? What is the dish? Secret family recipe. I've got eggnog. I've got the secret family eggnog recipe. Unfortunately,
your family or
Bronner's using it. You know,
Bronner's using it and hanging awards on that eggnog every year.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to sue Steve over this someday. I'm like,
He's going to sue Steve over it.
Yeah, Bronner.
There will be a large check. There'll be poker winnings given back.
Oh yeah. So my famous eggnog recipe. That's a family heirloom. Yeah, my kid will eventually get that. Yeah.
We have a famous baked beans recipe, which includes Papa Sizemore's salted caramel whiskey, by the way, which has really amplified it. But yes, we have a secret recipe for baked beans that includes that flavored whiskey that is off the charts.
Boy, I'd hate to be around Tim after that, though.
They'd be salted caramel farts.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah. Von Nieters, you got a secret family recipe? If so, what is it?
I don't know if it's necessarily a secret,
okay,
but something that my family is always known for is around Halloween, we always make like a regular chili and then make a white chicken chili. And like my family's always made it the same my whole life, and it's really only made around Halloween, so I look forward to that every year.
Okay.
Nice.
Need to be around Von Nieters when that thing gets digested.
I don't even need to eat that. So.
All right.
I hate to be around Von Nieters' spouse when that's finally digested.
She's the one.
Oh yeah.
Yes. There you go.
Like, pull my finger. All right, McNew.
I don't think it's a secret, but my mom,
like my hot pocket recipe, I do it 43 seconds, not the recommended 45.
Pizza
and
rolls.
it makes all the difference.
It all takes a minute and 45 seconds.
Oh, good. I only put 20 seconds in the sleeve they give you, and 20 seconds free balling, and then 3 seconds bonus. Yeah.
are we done? So my mom makes a thing called Cherry Delight, and it is so good. It's a dessert. And it is really just like, it's almost like a cheesecake. It is like cream cheese and whipped cream or Cool Whip and cherry pie filling and graham cracker crust. It's so good. She calls it Cherry Delight. I've never seen anybody else call it that. My mom's made it for every 4th of July, every birthday, every summer holiday that we.
That sounds like a 70s recipe. So
it definitely is.
I bet you that was founded in the 70s. 100%.
My mother-in-law is something similar to that, McNew, and she calls it better than Robert Redford. In other words, better than sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
he brought it to a 4th of July cookout one year. And my neighbor was like, he's like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know. My mom's, it's Cherry Delight. That's what she calls it. I don't know what it really is.
4th of July is so huge in the McNew household.
It really is. So I'm like, my mom brought it to the cookout and he's like, what is this? And he's obsessed with it. So last year she's like, hey, he's turning 60. Can you make this? I'm like, I don't know. I will ask her for the recipe. I hope she gives me all the ingredients. So I made it for him because he's like, he doesn't even want cake. He wants whatever the fuck that was. So I got the recipe for my mom. Thankfully, she didn't withhold things and she gave it to me. And I made it for him and he's like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever. So
what's in it?
It is really just cream cheese, Cool Whip, graham cracker crust, and Cherry Delight and cherry like pie
filling,
like cherry compost or something like that.
Yeah, and it's layered. It's like a layered thing, and you put it in the fridge, and it's served cold. And he's obsessed. It's always been good, but he's obsessed with it. So I'm like, it's good. My mom makes it every summer holiday. Now it's a birthday thing for somebody that has like a November birthday. So it's been a thing.
Right. Kathy, how about you? Secret family recipe. What do you got?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Nothing?
No, nothing special, nothing fun.
Nothing the family made.
Toasted ravioli or a toasted cheese recipe?
We used to put our pizza rolls in the oven.
That is a special recipe.
We're just microwaving those bitches.
So, no, my mom used to make something called a dump cake. And it was a recipe. So, in our grade school, all the parents got together and made a recipe book. And it had...
How's the dump cake happening?
And it had ingredients like oleo.
It's just butter, weird butter.
Margarine. Yeah, I don't know. It was
weird butter. Why are people farting?
It's Tim's beans.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Nothing, huh? No. We got a lot of stuff. Like we make our ravioli. My kid, who has been involved in this basically her whole life, all of a sudden now she brought the boyfriend over, and the boyfriend was like, "Holy shit, those are good fucking raviolis. Tell me how you make that." Now the kid's interested in the recipe and all this stuff. I'm like, we don't give this shit out. Yeah, we don't give
trying to impress.
Out. Yeah.
No, so my grandma used to make caramels. Like every Christmas, she would do caramels. She never shared that with anybody. None of us have ever been able to figure out those caramels. They weren't like, like when you get a caramel and it would like stick to your fillings. Hers didn't do that. And they were so, and she never shared it. We've never found it in any of the books. We don't know what the fuck she did, but
lost
forever. Secretive.
Lost. Yeah.
Oh, because she was hammered when she was making it, so she can't remember herself.
She didn't drink though. That's the thing.
That you know of.
Well,
didn't want to share.
You probably had a prescription.
Yeah.
Mine every
sad
10 days.
cases. Yeah. So there you go. Well, there you go. There you go. That's our Mailing It In show, and we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Von Nieters, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Von Nieters.
Kathy Cool.
You can find me on Instagram at KK Cask Strength.
Tim Swyatt.
You can find me in Key West in 8 days from now, as well as on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. Online, we are over at abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps see people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Finance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Hey, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing, the ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.